Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Today is a little bit different. We are doing a pre-purchase bike fit, and the reason why I'm doing a pre-purchase bike fit instead of a normal bike fit on my bike, which I did bring with me, is because I wanted to see what my position was like after a few years of cycling. I did get fitted before, but wanted to kind of get a neutral perspective on what is going on, how I feel, and what needs to be changed. Especially when you're buying a new bike or just getting into road cycling, you may want to do this beforehand so you know exactly what size you are. And if you are spending a lot of money on a bike, it's better to spend the $300 up front before you actually purchase the bike, because it does get very pricey at the end of the day. But we're going to go inside and get the ball rolling. Okay, back home now from the bike fit. I thought it was a very, very, very good bike fit. Got a lot of information that I did not expect to hear. And the best thing was, and a lot of bike shops do this themselves, is see a video analysis of exactly how you're pedaling, how you feel on the bike, how you look, all the angles, depending on how your body is shaped. So I do have clips of the bike fitting process throughout my whole 3 hours I was there. The bike fitter himself mentioned that he did not want to be a part of the video. He did not want to be in it. He did not want his voice heard. If you do want to go and get a bike fit by him at Green Lizard, that's your time to talk to him, or if you go on the group rides. But other than that, you'll hear clips or you'll see glimpses here and there. And the good thing that I liked about the bike fit was he broke down how your body works in cycling. He talked about muscle groups, your bones, so on and so forth, to kind of give you a little background of exactly what happens when you are cycling and where some pros and cons can occur. So I really like that. He broke it down in simple terms so I can understand. I'm not a biology, anatomy, whatever, physiology major or have a background in any of that. So it's great that he broke it down to me to say like, oh, if you're feeling this type of pain, or if you're noticing you're using these muscle groups a little more than others, it was good to know. What did he do throughout the whole thing? And this bike fit, like I mentioned, is a pre-purchase bike fit. Clicking on their website right now, it's 2.5, 3 hours. It's a 3 motion video capture bike fit. So I brought my current bike into the shop. He took those dimensions, threw it exactly on the Shimano Fit bike, just so he can see what you can change. And this saves him a lot of time, just because if he's dialing everything from scratch, he has to like change the machine to the dimensions or like crank it up to whatever you need it to be. So having that as a baseline and then make minor adjustments here and there allows him to focus more on other areas that time constraints may occur. So it could be like a cleat position, your pedal spindle, whatever it may be. Trying out different saddles, which is one thing I did. He was able to help here and there. So brought my bike in, he just took those measurements, threw on the Fit bike, and I did not touch my personal bike. Everything was done on the Fit bike. A lot of bike fitters nowadays start using video analysis to determine different angles, different lengths, instead of hand measuring, which is a great thing. So he did do both. He did hand measure, he did digital, to get an idea of like, oh, does this actually match? What I personally found out from my bike, I ride a size 58. For context, I am 189 centimeters in height, just a little over 6'2", I think 6'2 and a third. And then my inseam is about 90 centimeters. So I have a little bit more torso than legs. In my particular case, he mentioned to me that I needed to drop the stack height, or the amount of spacers I had on it. I think I had about 30 millimeters of spacers on the current bike. Drop it down to 10 to 15. 15 at first, and then get used to 10. And then also I had to increase my saddle height. So that was one of the things that I did not expect to occur, just because I was feeling a little bit of pain here and there from my back, lower back and upper back. And usually that means either your core is not strong enough or your position's wrong, or it could be both. So when he lowered it, I actually felt a lot better. And a lot of people think that when you lower the amount of spacers or your stack height, whatever it may be, you get more uncomfortable because you're more in an aerodynamic position. But depending on how you are and how flexible you are, that might be a beneficial thing. And in my case, it was. Additionally, a couple of things I didn't know too much about, just because I sometimes in the channel itself, I've purchased a bunch of saddles. Not all of them have been the best. I currently have my 3D printed Physique one on there. And lo and behold, he had a similar or almost exact same model on the Fit Bike. And then after about 15, 20 minutes, I was feeling a little bit of pinching in the lower region. So, and this is something that it's occurred over time, not just with this particular saddle, but a lot of other saddles. So he did fit me with a new saddle, and after about 20, 30 minutes on the Fit Bike, I felt nothing, which was perfect. So I ended up purchasing a new saddle. So hopefully that will alleviate that pinching issue. It was comfortable, even though it's not 3D printed. At the end of the day, they're all just different materials, different foams, different densities. You can go from there. Another thing to mention was he lowered my crank length. I currently ride a 170 millimeter crank length, and he dialed it down to 165. Given the current trend in this day and age, a lot of the pro riders like Tadej Pogačar, Jonas Vingegaard, they ride like 165, 160, 155, and a lot of people following that trend might not be beneficial just because of what your body's structured. Everyone's different. And in my case, he said, you know what, 165 actually works really well for you. So that's another thing that I might have to look into to get. But right now with the 170, I just have to adjust the seat height accordingly. But I did find the 165 very, very comfortable. And the last thing that we actually looked at was, and this might be for every single bike fitter out there, when you do a bike fit at their local shop, they're probably gonna recommend you what bikes to sell or to sell to you. And in this case, they sell Willier, they sell Cervelo, they sell Pinarello, Cannondale. So a lot, Cannondale not as high, but all those are usually higher end brands. So he was showing me different things. I'm gonna take those numbers, look at different brands and see how that kind of varies. I can look at the geometry charts, and he told me the exact numbers what I should be looking for. Riding from a 58, what I usually ride, size 58, or large, extra large, depending on the brand. He did give me numbers where I could actually size down to a 56 to be a more aggressive, tucked in aerodynamic position. So I have a little more flexibility here and there. The one thing that kind of sucked was he looked at the geometry charts for my current two bikes, so my Merida Reacto and my Specialized Tarmac. He said the Tarmac is fine, but for some reason, the Merida Reacto, when he was looking at it and I gave him all the specs of what it is, he said that bike would not fit me very well, and he recommended me selling it. Now, I don't know if it's just a marketing tactic in this case, but I have been feeling a little uncomfortable on that bike for some time. I thought about changing parts here and there, but I think that might be a little bit costly, depending on how much I paid for the bike. So we'll see how that goes from there. I really don't want to sell it, but if I have to, we'll be up on Facebook Marketplace at some point next season, since it's the end of cycling season. Sales aren't really that good this time of year. But I just wanted to sum it up. If you have never done a bike fit before, if you are looking to buy a bike, whatever it may be, on Facebook, brand new from a bike shop, and you have the ability to go do a bike fit beforehand, I would do so. Yes, it is a little costly. It's in Green Lizard, they noted as $345, no tax, it's a service. So $345 flat gives you a great idea on exactly what you need to buy. If you're building a bike from scratch, it gives you exactly the numbers you need, and you can make that determination what parts you want to buy. I think it's a great idea because it'll save you all that guessing work, make your new ride feel perfect from literally day one. That's to sum it up. I thought it was a great experience. I really enjoyed working with the bike fitter. I've rode with him on a couple group rides, but a lot of people know him because he works at the shop. He was previously an Olympic track sprinter, so you can look it up on Google, whatever it may be. Other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, drop a comment if you've done a fit before, if you're planning to. If you have any questions about any of the processes that I've experienced. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Maybe with a new bike, maybe not. Upgrades here and there. But tune in for the next one.